Don't overcoat the lobster. I want it vibrant, but I don't want it drowning. That is beautiful. Welcome to Next Level Kitchen, where we're teaching you the tips, the tricks, and a chance to take your cooking to the next level. So today, I'm transporting you to a place Brits absolutely love, cherish, and even hotly debate. Down inside the pub. That's right, my challenge today is to elevate the delicious lobster roll, but mine is with a twist. Now, this may not be the traditional lobster roll that you're used to, but I promise you, it is delicious. Right, first off, getting the meat out the shell. The secret behind that is making sure you take the meat out whilst the shells are still nice and warm. These have been cooked for 8 minutes in a court bouillon, basically water, beautifully seasoned. There's bay leaves, there's peppercorn, there's thyme, and a little touch of garlic in there. Hold it nice and firm, and then literally just crack the top of the shell, there, and go down to the tail, and then open up and sort of peel off there like that. The first one, the second one, and then literally just don't run them under cold water, okay? That takes the flavor away. Just get your thumb underneath here and literally pull, and you'll see that tail literally just popping out like that, okay? Beautiful. Now, for the actual claws, a little bit more technical. First off, snap off the knuckle, take one of the claws off, out, remove the blade, drain off the excess water, and then you get your knife in, twist, turn it up, and twist. Pop that out, get your finger through there, and just pop that through. And that's that beautiful whole claw out. And honestly, when it's nice and warm, it comes out easy. So, tail, the claw, and the knuckles. Now, one more. Take that through, take that off, drain off the excess water. Again, in, twist, back up, twist, and back out. Snap that bed off, get your little finger inside, and then literally just pull that out. And look, beautiful lobster claw. When they're so nice like that, they can be used for garnish, or you can cut them up. As with the knuckles, just separate the second part, like so. If you're careful, get your scissors, slice through one side, and then turn it round, slice through again, open that up, and literally, still nice and warm, slide that lovely little knuckle through. And then the top part, again, with your scissors, in, quite robust, back out, other side, and then open that up, and look, get your finger in there and slice out that beautiful little bit of knuckle there. So, we got the knuckles, the claws, and the beautiful tail. Now, we're gonna toast the buns. So traditionally, especially on the East Coast, you slice the roll down like a hot dog, open it up, but no. We're gonna literally just get our buns, and I'm gonna slice them this way, through there. This way allows me to get more flavor in the bun. Inside the pan, a little bit of butter. Get that butter golden brown, okay? Nicely done. As it starts to froth, whack up the gas, lightly season my roll, and then look, get that in there. And we're gonna toast the buns. It's really important this way. When we toast the buns, honestly, the flavor of the bun is incredible. You want a little bit of texture on the bun, okay? And so you want it nice and sort of crispy so the bun doesn't go soggy. And you'll see now, look, literally 30 seconds in, starts to get nice and crispy. It absorbs that beautiful sort of beurre noisette, which goes wonderful with this lobster roll. The lobster roll is like a Bloody Mary lobster roll, and I'll show you why in a minute. Here we go. Turn that over, and look at the color of that. Beautiful. That there is just flavor. There's no mayonnaise in this lobster roll. We're gonna make a really nice sort of Bloody Mary dressing. So that's why I'm putting the effort into the bread now. Toast that, look at that. Beautiful, that's my base. That's my top. And then let that sit there and rest. Beautiful. Right, the dressing. First off, we go a nice glug of ketchup. In we go. Ketchup in, and now we start to build that flavour. Who does not love ketchup? A touch of celery season, just a little pinch in. Give a little dusting over your bread as well, let that sit there. Horseradish in. We want a nice touch of heat in there. Tablespoon of horseradish. A little splash of vodka, literally a cap in. Beautiful. Touch of Worcestershire sauce, and then that gives it a nice little spicy, light touch of heat. And then we got tabasco, okay? I like that in abundance. And that's liven up a little bit. Fresh lemon juice and the lemon zest, okay? So, the nice thing about this is that it's not heavy and cloy with that mayonnaise. That lemon zest just makes it a little bit more fragrant. From there, take the juice and squeeze, and fresh lemon juice. In we go. Now, give that a really good mix. And honestly, this lobster roll is a perfect cure for that unwanted hangover on a Sunday morning. Look at that. I don't want it too thin. I certainly don't want it too thick. But look, just drops through, okay? Beautifully done. Right, lobster. Carefully sliced down all the way. Fold that nice and flat. I like the lobster to become sort of nice and chunky, okay? Sometimes when you slice lobster too small, okay, it sort of feels like you're cheapening it. Keep it nice and chunky, right? My claws, I'm just gonna slice that there. These are beautiful. The flavor inside these claws, honestly, is incredible. Through and through. My knuckles go in, and then just chop those knuckles into half. Now, lobster in a bowl. Lightly season that with a touch of lemon juice, a light seasoning of salt, a touch of fresh black pepper. And this is where we start to build the lobster roll. Don't overcoat the lobster, okay? I want it sort of vibrant, but I don't want it drowning in that Bloody Mary dressing. Look, I can still see that lobster, okay? Maybe a touch more in. So we can identify what it is. This can be done with shrimp. I love doing crab like this as well. But look, that is beautiful. Now, for the exciting part, the build out. Take your base. Now look, hear that, crispy and delicious. I've got my butter lettuce leaves. So I go in, I use the stalks on there, and I just dab the back of the stalk, not too heavy, and I sit that on there and snap that. Next one, take that off, dab the back, and just dress that lightly on. One more in the middle, so we get nice and even. Again, just dab it in the dressing and sit that on top. That's our beautiful little base. Then we start loading up our beautiful lobster. Again, look at that. This is fresh, it's vibrant. I know it's not the traditional drawn butter from Boston, the mayo, but I promise you, here, you can identify the flavor of the lobster, and most importantly, the sweetness, because it's not marred with a heavy, clarified butter that is too rich. Beautiful. From there, I like to protect my lobster. Get the curly bits of lettuce on the back. I'm gonna sit that on top now, back over. Again, use the stem, a little dress, And look, now she is ready to close. From there, get my top, that goes on. I got my traditional little sticks, that goes in there. 1 and 2. Now, hold that nice and firmly, straight as edge knife. Yes, I'm gonna slice this bad boy. You'll see why in a minute. Oh my goodness me. Will you look at that? Beautiful. That goes on. And now the chips. They've just been inside the oven. I'm gonna put them into a bowl. You get some Old Bay seasoning. Put them in the oven just to get really nice and crispy. And then look, just a touch of Old Bay. It's a really nice way of just elevating your chips. A generous handful, and literally sit them there. That, for me, is one of the best cures for any hangover. A delicious Bloody Mary lobster roll. Take that, Blaze. Thank you so much for watching Next Level Kitchen, and please do not forget to subscribe for more exciting videos and visit the description below to get the full recipe.